Hey everybody, I'm David. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcome to another edition of Mailbag Monday. I redecorated a little bit. None of this is permanent. I have more stuff I'm going to put up, but I started trying stuff out, and I even just taped a stocking to the wall, so just ignore that. It's going to look better soon, I promise. So in last week's video, I mentioned I'm going to be starting up a new video schedule soon, but I did not tell you when it's officially starting. Officially, the schedule is going to go into effect the first week of January, which is starting January 5th. I'm just trying to ease into making videos again on a regular basis. So again, that's going to be Mailbag Monday, Tutorial Tuesday, and New Music Thursday. And speaking of Tutorial Tuesdays, I'm looking for some suggestions from you guys of what you would like to learn for your ocarina, whether it be how to just practice some different finger exercises on your 12-hole, or how to switch chambers more effectively on your double and triple ocarinas. Anything that you would like to learn, please leave a comment down below to suggest some topics for future tutorial videos. I'd really appreciate it. And also, just in case you'd like to know, my birthday is actually coming up in about 3 weeks. It's January 14th, so if you'd like to send me something special to open up on January 12th mailbag video, you'd want to get that in the mail very soon. You totally don't have to. I have plenty of mail to open up, but if you send something especially for the birthday, I'll jumpstart you to the front of the line and I'll open up your present for that mailbag video. And with that, let's get to this week's mailbag. This first letter comes from Blake in Seahurst, Washington, which is really close to Seattle, which I was in earlier this year, and it's a beautiful place. I love Seattle. The letter says, "Dear David, hi, my name is Blake. I'm 13 and I'm obsessed with the ocarina. First, I want to thank you for making your videos. You were the one to inspire me to play the ocarina. At first, I was just a young Legend of Zelda fan who dismissed the ocarina as a weird fantasy instrument. Then I was on YouTube and saw your videos. I was amazed and I thought to myself, I need one of those. I just want to thank you again. One question I have for you is, what is an effective way to practice playing the ocarina without tabs?" The main thing I would suggest for playing without tabs is actually learning how to read sheet music, which I actually have a bunch of those tutorial videos up on my main YouTube channel, which I'll link probably here and also in the description. And it's a really good way to ease into ease off of tabs and going into the sheet music, which I give a little explanation of why that's so important at the beginning of the first sheet music video that I made. And so once you start learning how to read sheet music, it's so much easier to practice scales and arpeggios and just anything that's rudimentary for other instruments. It just becomes so much easier to practice those on your ocarina. And that's for 12-hole and 6-hole. It's both universal. So if you can read sheets with the 12-hole, you can also read them with the 6-hole depending on the range of the music and the exercises that you're looking at. So yeah, check out those videos that I made for the sheet music. And I'm probably going to continue to add on to that, including, I think the next step for that series is adding sharps and flats. And then just giving you guys some exercises to practice. So yeah, that's a really good question. Also, is the Dragon Tooth ocarina a good ocarina? I've been considering getting one, but I want your advice. The Dragon Tooth is a very cool ocarina. Durian, the maker, actually calls it the Stratocaster of the ocarina world. And you'd probably be right. It's a very rocking type ocarina. That being said, it's probably not the best for beginners. I've seen some people who says it's a little bit awkward to hold when you're starting off with the ocarina, which it kind of depends on the person, because I really like how linear it is. It doesn't feel super uncomfortable when you're doing this all the time, because when you're playing transverse ocarinas, sometimes this part of the wrist can get a little, I guess, irritated. And so I think playing the Dragon Tooth like this is actually very helpful. That's what I really like about inline ocarinas. Another thing people have mentioned about starting off with that is the weight, that they feel it's like a little bit too heavy. And it is. It's a really big ocarina compared to other Alta C ocarinas. So I can understand that as well. But I think anybody could get started on that ocarina if they really wanted to. It's not super difficult, but there are other ocarinas that are easier to start with. In either case, it's a beautiful looking instrument. I love the aesthetics of it. I love just the overall design. Depending on the design that you get, there's the opal, which is the new golden finish. You know, I'm just gonna grab it really quick to show you because it's beautiful. So this is the opal finish. I think it's probably kind of gleaming in the light, which is awesome. And actually, I really love the sound of this one. This recording is probably not going to be that great, but... I have 4 different Dragon Tooths. This one, the Starfire, the metallic luster, and the crackle one, which I forgot what it's called. This is my favorite of the 4, and this is also one of the newest ones. So if you're gonna get a dragon tooth, I would check this one out. It's definitely a beautiful sounding ocarina. I love the tone on this thing. Thank you very much. And P.S. How are you doing? And he drew a drawing and said, "Long live the ocarina." That's awesome. Blake, thank you very much for your letter and your questions, and I am doing very well. I'm enjoying this holiday season with my family. Got this whole setup going on, starting to get back into making videos. I'm very excited, so thank you for asking. This next letter is from Miranda in Bell, Missouri. And she writes, "Dear David, I'm Miranda, and I live in the small town of Bell, Missouri. I like your videos very much, and I watch them all the time. My favorite ones are all the Zelda covers. Zelda is my favorite game, and it's because of Ocarina, a time that I wanted to see if ocarinas were real. Google told me they were, and I jumped on YouTube to see what they sounded like. Sure enough, as Link is Hyrule's hero, your videos popped up first. I loved them from the start. I currently have a plastic ocarina that sounds terrible, and I'm trying to earn money to get a better one. Unfortunately, I'm not even close to be able to afford one, so here's my question. Do the plastic ocarinas from Songbird sound really good? I want something that will sound good and can take a little beating. Thanks for everything and all the awesome videos. From a mad Zelda freak, Miranda." Miranda, I'm sorry you got a terrible ocarina. I have an idea of which plastic one you got. I actually have one, and it's very difficult to play. It's not impossible, but it's a poorly tuned ocarina. To answer your question though, yes, the ocarinas that Songbird sells by Folklink, the plastic toefuls, are amazing for plastic ocarinas. They're actually some of the best ones I've ever played, because I played a couple like from STL, Songbird, Noble, there's a couple other ones, but the Folklink ones are some of my favorites. The only thing I don't like about plastic ocarinas by any maker is that because they're made of such a dense material, that it doesn't absorb the moisture. It's not porous like clay is or wood. So sometimes that condensation from your breath will build up in the windway, and it just messes up the tone. So you actually have to either blow really hard or to suck whatever saliva and moisture gets stuck in there, which is it's kind of gross. But aside from that, they sound beautiful, the Folklink ones, and they're extremely durable. I highly recommend the Alto C models just because the tone is really good. It's just a lot more tolerable than the Soprano C, but either one of those are great ocarinas. So thank you for your letter, Miranda. Thank you for this Pokemon card that you actually included too, which is the Combi holographic. So I'll add this to the other Pokemon collection of cards that I have as well, so thank you very much. This next package is from Michelle, which she did some Zelda fan art in the front, which is really awesome. But I actually have encountered Michelle 3 times this year, and the first time was she sent me a package at the beginning of the year with Majora's Mask, which if you look at that video, I actually put it up on the back wall at the end of that video, which is really, really cool. She put a lot of work into making the paper Majora's Mask. And then earlier this year, when I was doing the West Coast tour, she traveled from Twin Falls, Idaho to Portland, Oregon to see me perform at a local coffee shop. So I got to meet her in person and thank her in person. But I didn't mention this because I hadn't opened this at that time, so I didn't even know that this was from her. And then she actually just participated in the collab video as well, the 2014 collab video. So thank you for sending me another package. I'm excited to see what's inside. She says, "Dear Doc Just 4, thank you so much for opening my package in the last video. It made me so happy. Well, I have some more gifts for you, but they're not as big as last time. So inside this box you will find one knit chocolate chip cookie, because I recall you saying that chocolate chip is your favorite kind of cookie. So she knitted me a chocolate chip cookie. That is too cute. One small box containing one mini clay ocarina of time necklace that's just for you. Here's the box. Aww. That's too awesome. That's really cool. It's a little ocarina of time. One 4-hole pendant ocarina that unfortunately can't play. I made this oc about 9 o'clock when I was supposed to be in bed. Smiley face. But since it can't play, I just designed it and painted your initials on the bottom for a small trophy you can put on your shelf. So it looks like a Koopa shell. Yeah, and she put DER on the back too, so that's really cool. And she also included a multi-layered perler bead ocarina. It looks like it's starting to come apart, so I need to do some surgery or something. But it's got like 5 or 6 layers, so that's pretty cool. And then she ends the letter by saying, "Thanks for being so incredibly talented, fun, and amazing. Keep shining the love of Jesus. Stormcat385. Michelle, thank you so much again. It was great meeting you in person and actually getting to play with you. Thank you so much for another care package and your letter. Really appreciate it. And finally, I have an international package from Moritz in Karlsruhe, Germany, which is pretty awesome. And it looks like he's a brony, which I love the envelope, and I think that's Derpy Hooves. I'm not a brony. My brother is, so I know who this pony is. Dear David, first of all, thank you for including me in the last big collab video. I'm really looking forward to next October. I've already got a better microphone to improve the recording, so next time there won't be any excuse for bad sound quality and blaming my equipment. I have a question about the Seed Pod bass ocarina from Songbird, which you used for the Angry Birds theme, if I'm not mistaken. Since it is the only pendant type I own, I don't know if the thing I've noticed is normal behavior. When I go up from A4 to C5, there is a significant drop in the amount of air that is needed to play and be in tune. I checked it with the tuner. Does every pendant do that? I think it's particular to the bass Seed Pod ocarina from Bifocal Ink / Songbird. And that's because they were trying to keep a low breath pressure ocarina just to make it more accessible to people who want to get into bass ocarinas. Because typically bass ocarinas actually require a huge bump in the amount of breath that you use just to fill up the huge chamber with air. So I think it's just that pendant in that specific ocarina that drops that pressure. So to answer your question, no, it's not all pendants. Can you recommend a good soft blown ocarina or one that is not as loud as usual? I actually just used one of my favorite soft blown ocarinas by Hind Ocarina in my last video on Doc Jazz 4, which was the Hobbit song, The Last Goodbye. And it's a beautiful ocarina. It's made from wood, cocobolo wood with cherry inlays on the sides, and you can get a sound sample of it in that video, which I'll link to here and also in the description below. And it's a little bit expensive. I think that particular one is around a little under 300 or a little over 300, one of those. But the sound is incredible. The amount of air that it needs is just really good. And if I think of any others, I will put them in the description because I'm drawing a blank right now. If you ever plan to visit the southwest of Germany, please let me know because I'm helping in a small theater, and if you're interested in performing there, I should be able to organize that for you. Sincerely, Moritz. Thank you. I have some more information coming up about my touring schedule very soon. So I'm actually going to be planning to be in Italy for the 2015 Ocarina Festival in Budrio. So I might do a little bit of traveling to the neighboring countries there. So Germany is definitely on my list of places to do a couple concerts. I don't know what part of Germany, but I will keep you in mind when I get to planning that part. And he actually also included a gift, which he was nice enough to actually wrap in wrapping paper. So that's cool. Just in time for Christmas. Oh, this is too cool. It's a crochet ocarina of time. He said it's a replica of his 12-hole Zelda ocarina, which I guess is a rotter, judging by the split pinky hole here. And it's like the exact same size of the rotter 12-hole. That is amazing. I have an idea. Moritz, thank you very much for this. This is one of my favorite gifts so far. It's so perfect in the size and shape, and I think Plush Link is really good at enjoy it. So thank you very much. This is really, really cool. Thank you everybody again for sending in your mail and your letters and your packages every week. I love making these videos. They're a lot of work to put together and to edit and all that, but they're so much fun. I love receiving your mail and being able to respond to you guys in person. Please check out my new Hobbit video, which I fell in love with this song. Before I saw the movie on Friday, and I just was so happy that I covered it, and I think it turned out really good. So check out that video, let me know what you think. Check out last week's mailbag video if you missed it, and I look forward to opening up more of your mail for the next couple months because I have plenty of mail to go through. So thank you again for sending all that in. Hope you have a Merry Christmas, some Happy Holidays, and I will see you guys next Monday. Take care, guys.